Hello, my loves, and welcome back to Along the Spiritual Journey. So, access. Access is built into the human need of everyone. We all want access to something: money, food, status, whatever. But when it comes to relationships in particular, I don't think a lot of people are really honest about what type of access they require from their partner. Me, I personally enjoy when someone texts me, good morning, good night. We can literally send texts all day. We don't even have to get on the phone. We don't have to do anything. You can send me TikToks all day. I love it. That's what makes me feel like I have access to someone who cares enough to just respond. I think sometimes we get caught up in being only sexual access, where again, this is where you get FWBs and the hookup society and all that stuff, where yeah, that exists and there's nothing wrong with that if that's your bag of tea. But my thing is that eventually you're going to have to realize that that access might go away because that person might find a deeper, more emotional relationship that they no longer need access to you. And so I always say it's important to know what type of access, first of all, you require, but what type of access you're giving away. This is why we always talk about boundaries and setting up things that make you comfortable, but not take away from someone else's comfortability. So like, yeah, you might like talking during a TV show because it makes you feel like you can interact, but that person with you might not. They might want to listen and just love having your presence. It's knowing how to balance the type of access you require in order to then learn how to be reciprocal to any type of relationship. I mean, there's been plenty of times when I walk into a room and I am a talker. And people who've met me know I will talk through everything, over everything, and not on purpose, but because I get excited. But depending on the environment, I know like, Juwan, it's time to be quiet. It's time to shut it down. And so when I do this, I start learning the type of access that I give other people opportunity to provide to me as well. So what that looks like is when I'm open to just being present and just listening, this allows me to open up parts of me that I didn't even know were closed off and calls in other energies that are more reciprocal to now what we call that vibration and that alignment. So again, if you're crowding your access with a bunch of distractions that don't make sense to what you really need, that's where we're going to start feeling anxiety and feeling sad and depressed and stuff, because we're not really doing what we deserve. We're doing what we think we should do. And that's where, again, understanding access to who you are is important to having access to what you do. I hope that makes sense.